What'd you forget? Show your bare ass. Show your bare ass. Got the memory card.
It's kind of thick.
Crawl through. Watch out for dry. Hey, watch out. You're good, There you go.
Marcus, how was date night? Look saucy, huh?
Did you guys get a hotel in...
The weekend. What do you mean?
Oh, the week.
Did you guys get a hotel in Niagara Falls?
No, we're staying. We're house sitting.
Hamilton. That's actually sick.
Hour drive to Niagara.
Still?
Back at the end of the night.
It's still an hour drive from Hamilton?
It's a triangle, boy.
Only triangle I know was the pyramid.
Welcome back to episode 36 of the Shitpost HQ Podcast. I'm joined by the boys, Paul Walker.
Jeffrey Anderson.
Joey McGee?
Guy who's looking at bet tickets right now, seeing if he's making
What's the
money.
bet at?
All L's.
Wow.
Damn.
All parlays are L's right now. I am just re-looking to see if there's anything I can do to make.
You're not going to hit a $20,000 parlay?
No, I didn't. Yo, I missed well, it was not that big. It was.
Are we allowed to speak about your big W?
Yeah, I don't care. I made 5 G's out of $10.
How did that feel?
It's pretty good. I was drunk too, so maybe.
Were you?
Yeah, I was
That's
drunk.
sick.
So it was doubly good. But yeah, it was pure luck.
Were you watching any of it, or you just checked your phone to double check?
No, I was following it. It was jokes because this is the whole story. Whole story was Slava was bothering me to do those promos, so he can make some free cash.
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
and then
I did it too.
yeah, of course. And he what's it called? He kept bothering me with DraftKings. He's like, dude, do the DraftKings, and I'm like, I'm not doing it yet. I had money in other books, so I didn't really care to for the fucking whatever, like $50, $100 free. And eventually I was like, okay, I'll fucking go do it. I do it, and then it's like, I'm like, how does it work, Slava? He's like, you got to put a $10 bet on anything, and then you get $100 for free. So I'm like, okay. So then I wake up that morning, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to put in an early morning soccer/baseball parlay, see what happens, throw the shit. So I put $10 on a 15 game.
Did you wing it fully?
No, there was some
general
No,
knowledge?
baseball, absolutely winged. Soccer, I know my shit. Baseball, I still don't know my shit. And I was just like, okay, we'll see whichever is the best teams. Oh, this team has 98 wins. Okay. This team has 80 wins. Okay. This team has 70 wins. Okay. I'll just make it. So it was funny because I made two. I made a $10 one on Betway, and then I made a $10 one on DraftKings. I fucked up. I put the wrong team in the Betway one. So it was like all 15 of DraftKings were right. All 15 of the Betway was right except one.
Damn.
So I put the Houston Astros when I was supposed to put Cincinnati, and I was like, fuck, whatever. And then completely forgot about it. I saw the wins. It was like, oh, win, because like the first game was at 9 o'clock. The last game was at like 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a full day, and I was up. The cash out was all fucking weird. It wasn't like letting me cash out, and I forgot about it because it was a busy day running around, and then I had a party to go to. I was also at like a golf event or something, or not a golf event, some other event. Fast forward, I'm sitting down at Mike's pre-drinking, and then I'm like, oh, Wyatt as usual, go on the fucking Xbox and like put on a game to watch. And I'm like, oh shit, games, yeah, my ticket. And then I see that everything is hitting, and the DraftKings is giving me a cash out. I'm like, holy fuck, it's at $500. Oh. And then I like, yo, Wyatt, I'm 4 games off from winning. And like the Jays are up, someone else is up, and the 2 games are like even. And Wyatt's just like, cash out. He even did something that I would fucking have punched him in the face. He like tried pressing the cash out button, like for shits and gigs. Like, no, you gotta cash out. You gotta cash out. And he was like trying to press it. I'm like, nah. And then I was like, nah. Like, I'm gonna wait this out. Like, even
it was $10, whatever.
It was $10. It was like, let's see where this goes. And then I check my phone again, and I'm like, maybe I should cash out. It's a fucking, I just made 50 times my money on a $10 ticket. Like, that's fucking really good. I'm just gonna try and cash out. I go and see, unavailable. I'm like, you know what? This is a sign. I'm gonna ride it out. So I turn it off, and then to the party, I see that fucking Jays won, the other team won. It's just the Cardinals. Cardinals were down, or it was 4-4 last game. Didn't give me a cash out. If for whatever reason it wasn't giving me a cash out, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, I want to take my like $2,500 and I want to go.
Away.
Like, it's like the 6th inning or whatever. Yeah. I was like, the fuck this. I know my cash out is at like $2,500. So then I started doing the math. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just hedge it. And then I was like, fuck, I don't want to hedge this bet. I'm just gonna. Well, let's see where it goes. Fucking, they hit a grand slam, go up like.
Damn, they hit a
yeah,
grand
they hit a
slam?
grand
What the
slam. It went up like what? Fucking 7-4, whatever it was, or like they got like I don't know if it was a grand slam where they won like they got 3 runs in one like inning, and I was just like holy fuck, like I started showing the boys, I'm like, dude. Like, this is pretty much guaranteed lock. They're like, how much are you going to make? I'm going to make $5,400 out of a $10 bet. They're like, what the fuck? Is this normal? I'm like, dude, this is probably the best odds I've ever hit.
Yeah.
It's like 500.
Like if you would have put $100
15 games.
you
It's
would
a
have
15
made
game parlay.
50K. No.
Wait.
If I put like $100, I would have made 50K.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And normally
you do put $100.
Normally I put like,
Yeah.
normally I'll put like 25, 50 to 100. I never make $10 really.
Yeah.
I usually always throw like a 50, but like that one was it was so high. It was 500 times. I was like, this isn't even going to hit. I'm just doing it for the sake of getting the $100 free dollars. And like, I'm just going to do a shit around. And what tripped me out was like, holy fuck, I have this same ticket on Betway. I'm about to make fucking 10K. I'm like, I just made $10,000. And I'm like, holy shit. I go and look at the ticket. Houston Astros, L. I'm like, Houston Astros. I'm like, I never bet on the Astros. I fucked up when I did the whole selection and I picked the wrong team.
That's actually
That
sad.
probably took
team.
your W from 100 to like a 70. You know
I
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
literally, because I was like, I just made 10 G's.
That's the same as going up 10K at the casino and going down 5.
Yeah,
Walking
I
with
still
5.
couldn't. My high was still high.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those like, fuck. Like, and the worst part was like the Houston Astros are like the best team, and they should have won that game like easily, and they fucking choked it. So like, but I was like, you know what? I can't be mad. I just made fucking $5,400.
Wait, if you won 14 out of the 15 bets,
You lose.
you lose every.
Yeah, you gotta hit
you gotta
all
win it
15. That's why it's so.
15 games.
That's why the odds
are so
That's
high.
why the odds are so high.
So where are the actual odds? Did you have a probability percentage or something?
Nothing
Like,
was that crazy. It was all like 1.3, 1.2. That's why I was
They
surprised.
were all like, there was like 1.3, 1.2. There was a couple like 1.9s, 1.8s.
So you didn't bet anything on like the underdogs, right?
No, it was there was
really,
no
no.
there was like no dogs I bet on.
okay,
It was
okay.
all favorites. Even Houston should have won. They were like hard favorites.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that was to this day. It's funny because we had a gambling pod and I talked about my Portugal or my Ronaldo win.
That's your biggest win.
But this one is my biggest win to date. 500 in terms
Off
of
10 too.
in terms of not in terms of money, but in terms of odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like earlier this, well, no, I don't want to say it. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Degen bet, absolute degen bet. I was like probably down $2,500, and I was just like having a bad string of games, and then I was like, there was 2 games that came up. It was U.S. Open. It was Medvedev, #1 in the world, versus Kyrgios, and another player, Chachinov, versus Pablo Carrera something. And I was like, I saw the odds, I added them up together, and it was like 7.5 times. And I'm like, yo, those guys are probably going to win. That's a fucking really good combo. And then I had this gut feeling in my stomach. I was just like, I never get it, but it was like, I'm going to fucking do it. Put $1,000.
Yeah, that's
$1,000.
That's a big bet.
I remember watching both those games. I was like glued to the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That would make it fun.
Yeah.
That would make it fun.
Yeah.
Might make it
screaming.
more than just for too much. Yo.
Yeah,
like
so-
almost too much.
that was 6.5 grand right there.
Damn.
Yeah. But again, you have to realize
$5,000.
I was also down 25.
25.
I was down 25, right? 100. And then I'm pure just like as honest as I am, like cashed out instantly from DraftKings, which was super fucking easy.
Oh,
Yeah, the 2 only options: PayPal, check.
Check.
Check. PayPal and check. Check 15 days. No. PayPal, sure.
Fees?
Tomorrow.
Any fees?
There
must
they
be.
they take like 1% up to like $10 or something like that. So they took $10 when I went from PayPal, and then I sent it to my card instantly. And I think right now I always like, once I cash out, I start fresh.
Okay.
Like I don't like think like, oh, I'm up 13,000 from this date, or I'm up 6,000 from this date. I like cash out, like I cash that one out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll leave like $500 or $1,000, and I'll just play with that. But like
Only 500 or 1,000, you know, whatever. Just
but then,
play money.
but then I'll like cut it to 0 and then I'll like start fresh. So right now I've started fresh from that bet. I'm down $400.
Wow.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
a lot still.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy to me because, like, in your entire sports betting career, what would you say? I think you're like probably up, what, 20, 30 grand?
Oh,
That's like a very good
Jesus.
career.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
It's just side money.
but like you,
It's
but
also
you,
like fun.
it is,
I absolutely enjoy it. I absolutely
You
enjoy
love
it.
watching sports anyway.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
like,
it
follow
makes it more entertaining,
Except
and you're not
baseball.
like,
Except
and you're also like
baseball.
not a degen too. Like you understand that you would never fucking like,
No, I would never
you
like
would never use money
I-
you wouldn't want to lose.
There's one story that will always hit so close to home. Not close to home, but like it's always a reality check story that I always think about. And I'm like, that will never make me go to that point. There was this guy on, and I swear it could have been a lie, but like there's some people that are absolutely, that have ruined their lives. So it's like anything, right?
yeah.
It could be like someone who's like recreational, like Molly, but then there's a person who's just like ruined their
Doesn't
life
every day, yeah.
because they're just like, or Coke or whatever, right? But there was one story on Reddit where it was this guy saved up his whole summer paychecks from working in a factory making like $12.50 an hour. And then he saved up like 15 grand. And then right before school, he put it all on one college basketball game to double his money. He worked a whole
Just a double?
like he worked a whole 4 months or whatever it was of working in a factory, working probably like 12, 13 hour shifts, those overtimes, those long days. You know what it's like to fucking just grind. And he put it all on one basketball game. He won, doubled his money,
Oh.
but it came down to the wire and it was like a 2-point win. It was like I couldn't even like
It paid off, it worked.
if it was like an easy win where you're
confident.
easy win,
riding.
double your money. Like the team's already up like 20 points at half, 30 points at half. It's like a blowout. You're comfy. But I could not imagine that stress of watching play by play, watching like 56, 58, 58, 58, 50,
Yeah, that'd be
59.
crazy.
Like watching that, like
That'd
the sweats, like even like
100%.
luckily that big ass, that's why I almost like parlays more than those big bets. Like, yeah, the bigger you bet, the bigger you can win.
yeah.
Just like, exactly. But like, I still have fun with those. Like, I've been doing a couple of those $10 ones still right now, just cause like, I forgot how much fun they are. They're just like,
It's a lotto.
like it is a little lotto. Like you do some like research, you do some like work, try and figure out all like the favorites. This guy's
You
just,
gotta show your tickets, bro.
Yeah,
you want to see my
follow the
losses?
tickets.
Want to see my losses?
Bruno, special book.
But no, literally, I was just doing like 15, but like baseball's fucked.
Why?
Baseball's
It's a wash.
It's
Can't
just
predict.
so everywhere, dude. It is so everywhere. I can't wait for basketball. Basketball is like what I'm fucking dying for. College basketball, NBA, hockey's pretty good. Just baseball is just, it's such a boring sport to watch.
You don't even want to watch it.
Dude, like,
You told me you don't want to go to Rogers Center every Friday in the summer.
oh my God. I wouldn't mind going to a
$20 beer.
baseball game, but if
Like
I'm
a
like,
$20 beer. Man,
Facts.
when I go to Toronto and I see the sea of white NPCs at Blue Jays games, and I want to kill myself. Like they're all like khaki. Like the guys are all Blue Jays hat,
Yep.
Blue Jays jersey,
Yep.
khaki shorts,
Yep.
running shoes,
Yep.
glasses.
Like
Yes.
Oakley sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
Control C, Control V, and then the girls are all like blonde, Blue Jays hat,
Yep.
Blue Jays jersey, like jean shorts, and like flip flops.
Yes.
And it's like they're always together.
Man,
And
I
it's
just-
like,
I'm
it is
picturing-
like Canadian NPCs, copy and paste, fill the stadium with them.
I just have this vivid photo of like exactly what you explained.
Yeah,
Of course.
I pictured
And
it.
that's literally how everyone is at those
Well,
games.
that was what I was. I think that's not on the podcast, but like, I was single and I was scrolling through like dating apps, and to me, obviously this is biased because they're people and they have their own fucking lives and opinions. But to me, the most NPC shit, and I'm sure it goes both ways, it would be like when you see people like their interests are Blue Jays. Like the number one thing, their interest is a team. It's like, that's it. That's it. You just go home and you watch fucking guys hit a ball with a bat. That applies to any fucking sport.
This guy's roasting all sports right now. What the fuck?
No, but it's
What
like,
do you say?
if that's the only thing you have on your fucking dating profile,
Blue Jays fan.
like that's
of-
NPC behavior. I'm sorry, but that's all you fucking care about is one sport and your entire personality. And like 3 of the pictures in their fucking slide is them in Blue Jay stuff with. I'm like, fuck, man.
That's Canada, man.
Yeah, well, it's like
We're
it's
the
just
we're
it's
the
just world.
minority
Like, if
here.
you go in Europe, there's like football fans who fucking like love.
I don't know, like baseball. Like say what you want about soccer. At least it's a 90-minute game. But like baseball, like
But soccer's hype.
soccer.
Hype.
So
People
the thing,
get 1-2 goals a game. It's hype.
the problem is like soccer has so many different aspects. It has like the Champions League, it has the World Cup, you got the Euros, you have all these like big events where like a lot of people will watch. But like baseball, you just have the World Series. That's
Yeah.
it. Like you got to watch 160 games.
Huh?
Same for NBA. Same for NFL.
I
What do you mean? NBA
I-
81 games.
80,
82.
82. Oh, we're both off. You're right though.
You know, there's
It's-
only
it-
one big finale. To
Yeah,
the
you're
season.
you're right. Playoff basketball is like untouched.
Oh yeah.
Playoff basketball,
fire.
like playoff
fire.
basketball is unfucking like from first round to like the finals. I feel like it's untouched. Hockey's pretty good. Hockey's cool because it's
Hockey's
like
great, too.
Hockey's cool because you can see upsets. Like the 8th seed can get fucked by the 1st seed or however they have their fucking new layout now. But like you see so many upsets. This guy's
This is probably the
He's going
first
to
time.
town.
This is the first time you can really see it on cam.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Blur it. You gotta blur it.
Blur.
Dude, this guy was fucking on the last show, and then he was like dead dog here. I think
Yeah,
had-
he was like, I was like, we had to like wake him up because he was like having like irregular breathing. I was like, what the fuck? is
Yeah,
wrong
he
with
was like, and he
Again.
was like true dead dog. Where like if you touch him, like where he would still like react or get up or jumpy.
Yeah.
Like you'd push him, and he was just like, I don't want to move.
him? Corpse.
Yo, back to your betting though. Okay, let's say when you do the parlays, you have like 10 bets on.
Yeah,
You don't like follow all those games
No.
like, at the same. Like how do you?
It's hard. It's hard to like follow all the games, especially if you see one team. What I'll do is like if I have like say basketball's the best case. So all
we
of them,
know,
all of
we
them are
know
good.
basketball. Like
All-
the ones you don't know that well.
Oh fuck! Like yeah, well, baseball I don't know that well. Football has a lot of upsets, but it's pretty easy to read. But no, baseball and tennis probably have the most upsets. Basketball is pretty easy to read, but the problem is the odds get shitty.
Yeah,
Like-
okay.
Like Barcelona versus some fucking like Champions League, Barcelona, Real Madrid versus some fucking team in like Azerbaijan. It's gonna be like 9% return. So you put like $1,000 to get 90, but you're never gonna risk that because you're gonna risk $1,000 to make $90.
Have you ever bet on some weird sports? Like
I used to-
16 women's
When I-
volleyball
when I-
in fucking Lithuania, like some
when I
weird shit?
first got into betting, like I almost was like when I was doing like my $1 bets, 50-cent bets and stuff like that, I used to always just bet on the most random shit. It was like, again, like Russian ping pong, Russian and Chinese ping pong. Like,
Can you bet on that fucking slap boxing thing? Where they,
Oh, I wish.
slap
I wish. But yeah, I was like betting on like everything weird. But then I realized like, no, I gotta bet on things I know. And then I also like betting things I like to watch.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
going back to what Chris was saying, like on a day on an NBA night, I'll have like 5 or 6 games, and then if
watch them all back to back.
if the games are like, what I'll do is like Cleveland is winning, GSW is winning, Toronto's winning. Okay, Houston is like having a really close game with Sacramento. I'm gonna turn that game on. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
gonna
Yeah.
like the games that I know that are like blowouts. I don't really care. There's no interesting. But then I get like that little like anxiety hype to like, and then it's also like this, like confirmation of like, why did I lose? Why am I gonna lose? Like I want to
played like fuck that day?
Why is Eric Gordon missing like every 3 in the world? Like back in the day, where's James Harden? Why is he not getting any calls? Why is he taking those shots? Like, are they throwing this game? Like, do they not care?
Do they know I betted?
Exactly. It's like, dude, oh my God, like tennis, like after like big games and like guys that were supposed to win that lose, bro, those like fucking people will like, foreign people will always go onto their Instagram and like give them death threats.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's really popular in tennis.
Serious.
Like in tennis where you'll see someone who throws a game and then you'll go on like their Instagram and it'll be like, fuck you, you fucker, I lost 2K because of you, fuck face, go kill yourself.
When Djokovic loses.
Or
The entire Serbian community.
entire
was like,
Serbian
I had my
community.
entire net worth on this game.
Yeah, like
I trust you with all my heart, Djokovic.
Yeah,
Why you lose?
They like it's like, and it's always like poor English because you know it's like from like
It's translated
like
3 times.
It's like Eastern Europe or something like that where like, you know what I mean?
You
Like
didn't play for the country.
yes,
Who just retired lately? Was it Federer?
Federer, bro, that's
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
That's a big.
He has his last game. He's doing like, it's like pretty much an exhibition tournament.
Who was he playing?
It's like Team USA versus or Team World versus Team Europe.
How long has he been? 20 years? 20 plus?
20 plus maybe. 21, 19. I don't think it reached 20. I think it was like 19.
He didn't reach 20. I mean, how old is he? He's in the 40s now, right?
He's 40,
Fuck, man.
41.
What, you peak when you're
Like
our age?
30.
27,
Yeah.
29.
I don't know.
Athletically, yeah, like 30.
Dude, with modern medicine, we're in an era where peak athletes are random now. There's guys that are like peaking at like 30, 31, where like back in the day, it was like you peaked at 21, 23, 24, 25. Then you got into your like more psychologically bound era where you knew the game and you played it differently because of your health, where you're in your 20s and 30s. But like now there's guys that are reaching like mid 30s and they're like still competing. And that's just because of modern medicine.
Yo,
like,
is LeBron James a case study?
oh, 100%.
Yes,
'Cause he's-
I've always said it.
I haven't been following too much lately, but I'm assuming he's still a beast.
He's
So
still a
he,
beast.
he's
still
still
a
a
beast.
beast, and like so from what I understand, and from what I know, he really is one of the few players who has never had a major injury, which is
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't play soft either.
He doesn't play
does, yeah,
soft.
yeah.
He's had sprains and strains, but
I
he's
think
never
I
broken
think
anything. He's never dislocated anything.
The worst injury I think was with the Lakers, and I only remember it because it was his first and like one and only major injuries, and I missed out on watching.
What
him.
was it?
It was a groin.
Okay, yeah.
It was his like first year at the Lakers or second year at the Lakers, and he literally got a groin injury right before I went to Dallas.
Oh shit!
I was supposed to watch Dallas Mavericks rookie Doncic go up against first year LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yeah, first year at the Lakers, LeBron James. I was so stoked. The city was bumping, but like I think they called him improbable. And then I was like, please make it, LeBron, please make it. And then he's like out for a groin injury, and I think he ended up being out for most of that. And then that's when like the Lakers didn't even make the playoffs, they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, and then it was just. I was so rattled because like that's a player I want to see before I
die.
or before he retires.
Well, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Toronto versus LA.
Yeah, I want to.
It's fucking expensive. That's it.
Honestly, though, fuck
You
it.
can go to Detroit, dude.
Fuck it.
Detroit,
Fuck it.
Detroit or Cleveland.
I've heard about that. If we took a drive out, it's much cheaper.
Yeah, dude.
And
Detroit.
we get a hotel. It's always cheaper to drive
Wait.
to Detroit and get a hotel and watch the Detroit Pistons play the fucking Lakers.
you can go to Cleveland.
Why would we don't even need a hotel? Detroit's
No,
only like
but-
2
but
hours
it's
away.
funner.
It's
It's
fun.
funner, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's a
Look at it
3-hour
back.
ride. But the thing
That's
is, like,
actually close.
yeah, it's a 3-hour ride. Well,
Bulletproof vest?
no, probably more because of borders and
yeah.
probably like 4
Even
or 5.
just to get to Windsor, it's like that. Right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I want to see LeBron play. I definitely want to. Ronaldo was another one I wanted to see play. I missed out on him because of fucking COVID, which fucking blows.
That is crazy because you were going to see him.
Yeah, in Euros. And then I almost saw him again in Europe. He played, there was a Manchester. We missed it by a day.
Fuck.
Damn.
It was going to be Manchester versus Arsenal. And I missed seeing him
Is
play.
Ronaldo, didn't he get signed to like a Galaxy type team? Like
No, not yet. Not yet. He's there. He's almost there, though.
He's almost there?
He's 37 or 38.
He's still nice though, right?
So he's gonna do that like just to make money type thing?
yeah. They
I
offered him
don't,
like
I don't even think it's money. I think it's, well, he's still in Europe because of legacy. And, but I think it's, I don't think he's not.
Like,
about
why
the
wouldn't
money.
he just retire?
I don't think he's about the money, dude. Those guys are so rich. Like, I feel like
he's probably close
there's
to
like,
being a
there's like,
billionaire.
Yeah.
there's like rich, super rich, like James Harden, Steph Curry. Then there's like
LeBron, Jordan.
I don't even want to call it like perennial rich or like the super mega rich where it's like the LeBron James, Messi, CR7, Michael Jordan, where like they're not. That's not even a.
They're a brand at this point.
Yeah,
They're a
it's not.
human
It's
brand,
not
yeah.
even
They
like
have,
yeah. It's
anyone
not
else
even.
are like their own shoes.
They're a business. They
Yeah.
themselves are a business. It's not even like James Harden's going to make 200 million in the next 5 years. It's like LeBron James or Ronaldo can post one post on Instagram and they make 450,000.
Yo, what was that crazy contract? Was it LeBron's for the next season?
I don't,
Or for the next?
I don't think
Some
it's
crazy.
I think
it
he's
was
making,
James Harden. Or,
No, I think LeBron is making like 88 million in the next 2 years.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, it translates to like 44 million
I
a
mean,
year.
fucking Jamal. Shout out Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal
from the
Murray.
city.
Jamal
From
Murray's
the
fucking rich.
city.
Yeah, he's
190
fucking rich.
guaranteed, dude.
Jesus
190 guaranteed.
Like he's richer than every like tech fucking guy in this town.
Any-
you know, of course.
any-
Actually,
any-
no, cap.
any-
Blackberry Mans are rich as fuck.
Any dude in the city that you're like, dude, this he's got a McLaren, he's got an R8.
No,
Jamal
Jamal
Murray could literally slap his cock on any table and just be like,
Yeah.
I'm so much richer than
Like
you.
he is officially the richest guy probably from this
KW.
area. Other than like, but even like those Blackberry guys, I don't think they were from here. I think they just happened to settle here because the office.
Like
is here.
even like if there's someone from Google or like there's someone like here that's like rich, maybe Google. Could be someone from Google, but they probably don't even
Google
live
mans.
here. Their probably main office is like in the Kitchener.
Yeah.
Because like the Kitchener one is like the second biggest Google office in the world. I think I could be incorrect, but I'm almost positive.
Possibly.
I think I was told that was this. I think
Well, I
Nazi
know a
told me.
person that took a Google job in New York, and apparently
Cousin.
Yeah, but didn't want to put that.
Why? No one knows his name.
yeah, but but apparently like the salary wise compared to like Kitchener to
It's fucked. He's no
He
Chris's
literally
cousin.
said
Is loaded.
it wasn't even. He didn't have to decide at all. He's like, this is stupid.
No, I know. Yeah, like Nazi.
But-
He's at Google right now, and he like if he went to San Fran, I'm pretty sure he said something like his salary would go up like 40 or 50% in USD.
Wow.
So that and then USD. So like probably way more than that. But then I don't know. Yeah.
Wait. Transition.
Yeah. So
So yeah,
he's
Jamal
prob-
Murray is rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you guys. So what's the, as we are in life right now, we're 20, 28, 20, 26, 27. What's the highest level of wealth that like you've seen? So I'm talking like someone's house you've been to, a friend of yours who like knows someone. Like I haven't really been around a lot of wealth, so I don't really know what it looks like. So it's intriguing to me because I haven't really seen it.
Well, my brother-in-law's cousin showed up, and he fucking pulls up in a fucking Mac gray G-Wagon with the mixed white and black interior. And when he started it sounded like a fucking F250.
Did it?
Dude, it sounded so fucking gnarly. I was just like in shock and awe. Cause it was funny because we pulled up there, and then he's like, yeah, like he's here in his wagon. I don't know where it is. I'm like, how do I miss a G-Wagon? I see it. I'm like, fuck, that thing is nasty. And then I think he has like a GT. I don't know if it's his dad. I think he has a GT 80, what are they? 63?
Oh yeah.
The GT 63.
Two-door.
I think he showed up to his or my brother-in-law's mom's retirement party in that, and then I think his dad has a Bentley. Yeah. So like, fuck. Yeah. That's big money.
Yeah.
That's big money.
What did it do?
Huh? I think they like own a property management company. Of
course.
Like dude, I'm telling you, the only way you make it is like
Property.
like, well, not even property. Well, they don't own the property. I don't know if they do, but they
manage it, right?
They
Yeah.
It's what I'm getting to is like, well, one, yeah, real estate. A lot of people that I know that are successful with like 9-to-5 jobs are usually like side hustling property.
Yeah.
But like the way I look at it is like that's a side business, like that they're running their own kind of like business. Like I feel like the only way you can get out of it, like this 9-to-5 fucking paycheck to paycheck, is like you have to fucking start your own business.
100%.
But I don't know.
That's why Shitpost HQ will.
This is
It's the side hustle.
Dude, after working at a startup company from a close friend of ours and seeing it like shut down, makes me never want to start a business.
well, yeah, that's
Nah,
that's the dark side. That's the dark side,
Dude,
right?
like, and you know him.
Yeah.
This guy is smart. He's a genius. He's determined. Like he was working non-stop every day for like 8 to 10 years.
Nothing.
Nothing.
For nothing. Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, man.
But he's still like well off, isn't he?
He was well off before the company, but he invested a lot of his personal money into the company, obviously. And I don't know, because I worked with him for like almost 2 years, and he's stressed, man. Like
Yeah, of
he
course.
was yelling, like you could tell he was continuously like always stressed, always. And then the company shut down, and like this guy works so hard, so fucking hard. And I'm assuming he probably got some money after he sold it from investors and shit, whatever.
Yeah, like I guarantee you, he probably
Like sold the IP.
he's probably not crying. He's making as much money, or he didn't make as much money as you obviously wished for.
And obviously, like the success story is like, yeah, I wish that would happen to me and shit. But the risk,
It's
the risk scares me. That's why I don't.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'd rather just work a 9 to 5 instead of being.
a
So I
fucking
get easily
entrepreneur.
stressed too a bit myself. So I feel like
It's not for everyone.
it's not for everyone.
That's
Exactly.
for sure.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
I don't know. I like busting my ass off, but like it's so hard that you can't reap in the reward that your owner has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you work hard for a company and then he's fucking rich and you're just like
obviously they started it. They had to take the liability. They took the risk.
Yeah.
They were probably down bad. They were probably working 16-hour days every day, working weekends. Like obviously they're reaping in the reward of their 10, 15, 20 years of hard work.
Yeah.
But it's like my 1.5 year or 2 years at whatever company I'm at or all these other companies, it's just like there's always like a little like fuck you, but like you don't know the backstory. But it's just like obviously you had to hustle to get there, and then now they're reaping in the reward, right?
Yeah.
I think for us, it's like no matter how hard you work, you get paid the same.
Yeah.
Per hour per year.
Well, that's why there's no.
So it's like,
that's why
fuck.
there's no real incentive in like North. I think that's gonna like cause a lot of problems, like long term in terms of like the Western world developing. Is that there is no reward for exceeding. The only thing that you get
Pay
for
your
exceeding your work or your workload is more work,
Yes.
because you show that you're competent to do more, and they will give you more. But they're not gonna give you a raise. They'll just give you more work. So it's like there is absolutely no incentive in this country to go above and beyond. So like you do that at the beginning so that you establish yourself as someone who's trustworthy. And then after that, you just do your job. And you make a mistake and you don't give a fuck anymore. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like the harsh, and that's why like companies will stagnate and shit. Cause it's like, no one cares.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck. There's a guy at the top making like millions of dollars. And you're like, why the fuck would I care?
My CEO doesn't know me, man.
No, they never will.
I'm easily replaceable, man.
Of course.
Well, I think like I learned that quick that almost every unless you're tied to the company like financially in some sort, like, and I truly believe financially, like you're almost anybody is indispensable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
We'll just go.
yeah, like doesn't matter
Vanish.
if you were the V. Like think about any major Fortune 500 company. CEOs get fired like after like 3 or 4 years. It's like if the CEO's getting fucking fired, then like obviously anyone below you is indispensable. There's like, and I always feel like people at work always try and fight to like make themselves valuable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that always, I've seen that in
It's
like the
what we're,
corporate
like,
world.
grown up to know, right? That's what they teach us,
Yeah.
right? To go above and beyond, you know, like this matters, your career, all this shit. And it's like in reality, it's like
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's
It
like
doesn't.
it doesn't.
It's like, yeah, okay, we fire you. Even as important you are to them, it's like, yeah, we'll fire you. There'll be a lot of headaches here and there at the start, but after a couple months, like everything will be back to normal.
And it's like kind of the irony of, yeah, we'll fire you or like if you want to quit, but guess what? We'll just put that load on the rest of the people and they can't say shit.
Facts.
So it's like if someone you're in tangent with gets fired or they quit and they don't have time to get a replacement in time, guess who's fucking the dumbass who has to fill it? It's like, okay, what are you gonna say? No?
Yep.
What are you gonna quit?
Dude, I know a girl
Are they
that I
gonna give
work
you a
with.
raise? No.
So a girl that I work with, it was like a head of accounting or some shit. That was it. She was the only person in that field, that was her position. She got fired and they put it on the person below the manager accountant, so just like a regular accounting person, to do her job.
Yep.
You know what the worst part is?
And they're not gonna hire that person to do that job.
Yeah, they're not. Yes,
Because they need them where they are.
Yes.
And they're gonna hire someone new.
Or even worse, that like junior position will then start doing the senior position work and then probably figure out that like, wow, I can easily do the senior positions work with no problems. But then you're not going to get paid like the senior. The boss is just gonna be like, oh, well, the junior can do it perfectly fine. Let's see how long we can ride this wave until like shit gets rocky. And then it's like, okay, we got to get like an addition. And if that wave is steady, then you might never see that addition.
No, you never will.
Man, I have for some reason in our Microsoft Teams, like it shows who's your manager, who's your manager's manager, blah blah blah. Right? It's kind of like a family tree or some shit, and it's just so like I'm last. You know? It's just like I'm bottom, and it's just like
Last pick.
it just makes you like angry almost.
I know.
Shit.
Fuck, man.
Fuck
and all
me.
it depends is experience, and it pisses me off, man.
I know.
Is it? Oh, when you say, is it experience or is it seniority?
Seniority, but you don't gain seniority
It's not
without
the same
experience.
thing.
That's what I'm saying.
No, experience. Like you could be a CPA or CFA, but like you only have 3 months experience at that job versus someone who has 15. But like you could be way smarter and way more qualified.
fair, yeah.
Is it seniority? Like someone who's been there for 6 years knows nothing, but they're like boss. But like
I mean, all the top people, they're seniority, of
By
course.
position.
Yeah. I mean, my manager, she's actually kind of new. She's actually 6 months newer than me,
that sucks. I hate that.
But
She's probably not younger than you.
but she's mid 40s.
Yeah.
No, but like even that, like outside hiring when they could have easily like that's
Done it internal. That's a piss off.
I absolutely 110%. Unless that person is truly more qualified, like in my field, if it's a professional engineer or someone with like truly like 25 years of experience or something crazy, and they want to pay that person that premium and get that person, sure. But if they're gonna hire someone who's like equal to me or lesser, and then give them that position, that shit
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
of course,
rocks.
100%.
That shit rocks the boat hard.
I'm quitting the next day.
Yeah, like, and but the things I've seen that happen so many times where you see someone in a higher position and they're just so stupid, but it's just because like, I don't know, they wanted to go with an outside hire, and it's just like, I don't, like, for you, like, did that position open up? Did they like ask for people for that position, or like was it
Well,
just?
I wasn't there at the company.
I thought you've been there for like 2 years.
She got hired before me, so I didn't know. I didn't know.
Oh.
This is like she's been at the company 6 months more than me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like 3 months ago.
I probably said the other thing. Sorry.
Oh, my
I didn't,
bad.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know
I thought
anything.
you were like 3 months
But
ago.
to be fair, I do have a team of 5.
Yeah.
And two of the people have been there for 5+ years. They're still in my position.
Yeah, but they're the ones that just are okay with doing the
That
bare
job,
minimum
yeah.
and just keep going every year, right?
One of them did get promoted,
What?
but not to.
Or they're just dumb.
Yeah, or they're just dumb.
but not to the manager position. But now that I think about it, the person who did get promoted could have easily taken that manager.
Yeah, because like they were there for 5 years.
They know everything. They actually
Probably-
helped her.
I hate all
They helped the
I hate that.
manager
I hate
get
that too.
the steam of things, right? So
that shit rattles.
shit's life, man. I don't like you can't really.
No, outside, I hate that. I hate like
Networking is most important. That's all I
and
pretty much know.
outside hiring is so normal, like because yours is more corporate, right? Because
It is.
you're in a public company, so like
yeah.
everything is, they have to show all their, like, everything is open for investors and this and that. So like,
We were private though.
yeah, you guys were.
We were.
But like, I hate outside hiring when you have like people qualified within the bit, like I remember when I worked at my old company, they used to do a lot of outside hiring, and people inside didn't get positions even though they knew the work inside and out.
But that's majority. That's how it is. I mean,
Sometimes it is, but like
I'd say majority.
Yeah.
like 80 to 20%, whatever.
yeah, no, you're right.
I actually interviewed someone today. It was interesting.
You interviewed.
So was that your first time? 'Cause I've done it before. Tell me your story.
Never
I've done it before too, actually.
Oh,
This
okay.
was my
Do you-
first time.
I still get a bit nervous.
No, I don't get nervous at all.
Really?
So this is what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's way easier for me to be the interviewer than the interviewee, of course, right?
Yes,
Do you just have like a?
No, I just winged it on the spot.
Oh, you just wait.
Yeah, I just looked at his resume for like, I had it for a week, but I looked at it like for 15 minutes, before the interview. Just
Wow.
thought of whatever questions I did during the thing, and it doesn't matter what I asked.
That's a
Like,
genius.
Yeah,
how they
I don't
answered,
know.
yeah. Was he
it's-
green?
It's just how they answer.
Was he green
He's
out of
greener
school?
than me. Yeah,
Right out of school type green.
yeah. He's been out of school for like 2-3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like him?
But I liked him. He seems like a good guy. Seems like he's willing to. The answers that he gave were like similar answers that I would give to the questions I asked. So like, all right, this guy knows how to bullshit around a little bit.
But you don't get to choose. You have to bring it to your.
Probably give your input.
Yeah, they take my opinion.
They take your opinion, yeah.
They're like, what do you think? Yes or no? And
Sorry, it was just you in the interview.
me and another lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're just like, you're vetting, and you're also, he's probably gonna work with alongside
Exactly.
with you.
He's gonna work like under me. So that's why
Right, right,
they're
right.
like, interview
And if
him.
you don't like him, then you don't want to fucking
exactly. Yeah. If he's
Well,
not a good fit for a team or whatever.
It's funny now, like you think about just interviews as a whole and as a process, because when I was younger, I was always so concerned about having the right answer and sounding intelligent and sounding like I knew what I was doing. But it's like the older you get, the more you realize that no matter what job you go into, it doesn't matter if like let's say there's a job that has every criteria, every software, every program, every like thing that you have experience with is on their job description. So pretty much everything they do. It's always going to be different in some way. So it's like your answers are always going to end up being, do you know this? Yes, but like I will learn how you guys do it.
Exactly.
And that's always
all
going to
the
be the
processes
answer.
are different.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just funny because it's just strictly like, do I like you? Do I like you enough to train you?
Your answer doesn't really
it
matter.
doesn't matter,
You could
yeah.
like run around the answer if you don't have one.
Yeah.
As long as you tell it well,
Yep. Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
As long as you can articulate, as long as you're personable, like
That's the one
you'll
thing
win.
I learned while like doing so many interviews throughout my life. Don't give the smart. I mean, obviously give the smart answer, but in my opinion, and depending on the company, obviously, I think it's more important for them to like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I kind of
Get them talking before the interview starts, et cetera, et
like
cetera.
I've done interviews in the past where it's like absolutely like personable, where they just ask you like, what is your experience? What have you done? This and that. Get some like kind of feel you out as a person and like what you've done. And then I hate the ones where it's like a test. They bring out a fucking, they bring out a sheet,
Yes.
and then they're literally reading off questions like, what are 4 things that blah 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 relate to this? What are 3 things? This. What is this? What is that? Like giving me literally like exam questions. I'm like, bro, I could ace this, but I could be the biggest dick in the world. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I could just be an asshole.
through the personality sake. And it's like, this is how you want me to represent your business, your company, whatever. You want me to be some like, oh yeah, I know I'm knowledgeable. I know everything off by heart, but I could be the biggest asshole, the hardest person to work with, like difficult. Like, do you want someone like that on your team? I'm like it almost like turns me off when I see those. Like when I get those interviews, I'm almost extremely turned off because it's just like, if this is how you guys are, this is how your hiring process works. I don't even want to know what your staff is like.
Right.
Like all a bunch of fucking uptight, like fucking losers is how I'm gonna view it.
Who are just there because they're like logic, or like they're on paper they're smart, but then just you put them in an environment and they just crack because they don't understand how to fucking speak with another human
Yeah,
being.
they don't know how to interact with people. They have no personality, and I've seen it so many times. Like where you get that book smart person, and you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up and just get out of my area.
Yo, I've noticed I never got a job with those examination type questions.
Oh, I have.
There's no
I
way.
always failed the test.
I'm always failing those tests.
Yeah, like it's just like it's a read. Like sometimes they say like you got to interview the interviewer as well too, right? To get a
Yeah, heard
gauge,
about
and
that.
it's so true.
And
That
I do that. Like now that I'm older with more experience, like in my interviews, I'll actually ask them questions that I care about. Like if there's like, I'd be like, what is my day to day like in this position, right? Like I actually care about these things.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like what is your vacation policy? Like whatever it is, right? Like you gotta ask them how it is. Do you guys have golf tournaments?
Yeah,
You know?
you got to read where you're gonna work. Like if that's all you're really providing me, it's just like I don't want to be here. That's not
That's
something-
facts. No, exactly. I wouldn't want to be there either.
Yeah, so fuck. But where were we talking about? I feel like
rich
the
people.
richest person you
Rich.
know.
Oh yeah, the
or
fuck
experience
that's actually,
you've been.
Fuck, that's a random that.
It's your turn.
Yeah, who's the richest person you know?
I have an uncle that lives in the States, and they like own a couple nail salons, and they got good amount of money. Like he has a Lambo and stuff.
Fuck.
Like he when we went over, it was his birthday. He brought out like a $2,000 bottle of whiskey or whatever it was. Yeah, just pouring shots for everyone.
dude, I love when
It's pretty
rich.
cool.
I love when
He's giving too. He's nice, you know, like
I love when rich people throw their own birthday parties and their own events because they just love to ball out.
yeah, they just love to ball out,
They
have
don't
fun.
like normally if you go to like it's a birthday party, it's like a communal event or something like that. You go to a rich person birthday party, I swear it's just a flex fest.
It is.
It's like a flex fest. Like I'm just gonna fucking ball money on a shit ton of food, booze,
Yeah.
ball out on this, ball out on that.
I love it. I'll enjoy it all
Yeah,
for free.
I'll
you know?
enjoy it.
Yeah, of course, that's the whole
Yeah, I
point,
love
right?
it.
And they know that everyone's eating it and loving it, so it's just like a win-win.
Sure. The richest.
Oh, see, pause. Look, he's in a dead dog state again. He fucked.
His eyes are open.
No, but same thing. He's like,
Keef. Yeah, he's
look
just
at him.
chilling.
Like, look, he like
Yeah, he'll like go back to bed. He's chilling.
he's in dead dog state.
The richest person, or like one of the richest people I knew, was a friend I made in university, and she invited all of us over to her house, her parents' house, and this was in first year. And she literally gave us a preface before we got there. She's like, "Hey, like just so you guys know, like my house is nice," and I was like, "Okay." Like I feel like that's so like up to that point, I had only ever been exposed to upper middle class, where it's like you have a double garage, your fridge has the thing that dispenses water, what's like upper middle class?
Pool.
Yeah, a pool.
Yeah, pool.
hot tub,
Hot tub.
a ping pong table or a pool table. in the
Yeah,
basement.
yeah, pool
yeah,
table.
yeah.
something like- That's like upper middle class flex, right? So that's all I had seen really before, and then I get there, and there's a pond outside, and then you walk in, and the whole house is kind of like on display, and she had an ensuite bathroom in her room, her sister had an ensuite bathroom in her room, and there's ensuite bathrooms for every room. there was her dad. What's it called? The vape. What else was there that was bizarre? Oh, they had a gym, obviously. They had a maid's quarters of the house. So that's where we all stayed. And there was 4 Murphy
Good
beds.
guest house almost.
They're like the ones that like come down
Yeah.
from the bookcase. They had
that's
4
cool.
of those. So there was 4 Murphy beds in this giant living room area where we all slept, and there was a kitchen. So they had 2 kitchens. And then they had a giant like saltwater pool. They had like a little volleyball court in the back. They had one of those trampolines that doesn't have springs. It has those diagonal moving bars. If you've ever, that's
I've
like
never seen that.
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck
not
is that?
rich
I've
enough.
never
yeah,
seen
exactly.
that.
I was like, what the fuck? This is too rich. And then I looked to my left. They had a tennis dome.
A dome.
What?
Tennis dome, a full ass tennis.
Where
dome.
is this?
Yeah, where is this?
Indoors?
On the outskirts of like Burlington. It's, it's a private road. And then I actually felt really bad. Amanda, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. So it's a private road.
Why do you
and-
feel bad?
Well, so we were all drinking and I wanted food. So I ordered a pizza. And because it's this private road, no one, like her parents are away and she was like, you know,
Oh,
young.
cops like
No, like
Gates were closed,
There was
maybe?
a car that pulled up and she like had like a panic attack and she freaked out but it was just the pizza guy. So she was like, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just ordered
shit.
fucking pizza. My bad. I didn't know.
I thought it would alert her parents or something like that. That would have
yeah.
sucked.
So yeah, that was cool. And then Steph, she's got like ties to fucking one of the guys at BlackBerry. I'm not gonna say who, but you guys can infer that. One of like the big hot like top one of the top G's at BlackBerry, and like she's been to the house, and they had like
She's related?
Wait.
no like she had like just a family friend.
Oh.
Family friend. So she's
Like
been
this
to the
guy's
house.
got money ties now.
Billionaire, like an actual billionaire. Yeah,
Wow.
like yacht shit.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. So when were you invited?
I know they're not. It's not like that. It's just like a fringe event. But she was telling me that go to the gate, on staff security at the gate.
Damn.
Like 24/7 on gate security. Get inside. Meets with her friend. Friend asks if they want the chef to cook her anything. She's like, no, I'm good. I ate at home. Walk around the house. You know, massive fucking everything. And then there's like a indoor pool with a water slide. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, we don't really like use that.
Yeah.
She's like, collect. I'm like,
That's how it goes.
It's always like that. They
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
have stuff they don't need. It's like,
Facts.
I'm going to get a tennis court, basketball court, like
Yeah.
pool and all this
It's the
stuff.
same with us, just on a bigger scale, right? Like
yeah. Like I got a foosball table. Do I use it? No.
we got to fuck our Oculus. Do we use it? Never anymore.
Thank God I didn't buy the fucking Oculus.
You still should will play.
No way.
Oh, you bought one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got.
I'm sorry.
We'll do the heralded VR podcast one day.
How else are you going to access the metaverse?
I want to tap in. But that
Web
even then,
3.0.
like, that's like fringe, right? Like I've never really seen True Wealth, and I think if I did, it'd be like whoa, bizarre.
Yeah, I don't have any friends that are like actually
Oh.
new money or old money.
Yeah. No money.
No money.
All I really see is
We're all
no
no
money.
No money.
Yeah.
You know what that means? It's up to us. But it is, I don't know. It's just bizarre to think about that. Like we haven't even seen it. I don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah.
What it feels like.
What does it feel?
I don't know. It's not even about what it looks like because I've witnessed it. Like I've seen the mega mansions, seen the mega mansions and this and that. Like, but I want to feel it.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
I
how-
want to know it's not what it's
Like
cracked
I
up to be.
genuinely want to wake up one morning and like my pay stub on a Friday is like 30,000. Like 40,000. Like I want to know. Like I want to like literally. I want to like go on my phone, see my TD app, be like, oh, like
7 million.
payment has come through. And like, and I see like 33 grand. I'm just like, nice, and then just go
Nice.
back to bed. Like you know what I mean? Like I really want to see like
Facts.
stupid money. Like
Yeah.
like that's when you know you feel it. It's like I'm making 33 grand on this pay stub this week. Nice, okay,
Cool. Good.
like fuck, like no big.
The problem is, if you're making 33 grand on a pay stub, that implies that you're still working, which probably implies that you don't go back to bed. You're probably at work at 6. You're probably at work till 6.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of money doesn't come without like 24/7 responsibility.
I like how we're talking about this because like that is like the nice. But you have to put that back in your face. That's why
I hate that.
yes,
I hate that.
dude. Like I farted on the last one, and Marcus was like, "Why didn't you fart in your fucking? Why didn't you fart?" I was like, "Because I don't want to shove it right back in my face." But no, I think that's the biggest misconception. Like even with YouTubers, all those type of people, yeah, they're millionaires for doing this type of stuff, but you don't know how much work they put in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all,
Like,
they all do.
It's intangent.
until they make it, right? And then like when you
it's
see them, maybe it
it's
doesn't look like
it's
it, but
oh, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like, dude, they're like millionaires for like the stupidest stuff for vlogging and Vine and all those things back in the day. But it's like those guys literally were probably putting in like 10-hour days every single day,
Like
doing
Monday
that.
through Sunday,
And like
yeah.
a lot of the beginning years, they were like making nothing.
Yeah.
Facts.
They
And it might not feel like work, but it is work.
Yeah, like-
trying to come up with a vlog idea, trying to
Every
come up with a
single
bit
day,
every
yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
like you know how much like writer's block or like video block they probably have on ideas and like things that they do and they like fail, money that they invest personally that fail, and it's just like like they're not like, maybe at some point they get to that point where they can do something in like 30 minutes and like make like fucking 50 grand or whatever it is. But like most of the time they're fucking putting in like 10, 11, 12 hour days where like everyone in the comments are just like, fuck this guy. Like, why is he rich for like doing nothing? Or like all he does is like play video games on Twitch. Yo, I love video games. You think I could play video games 8 hours?
10 hours a day.
XQC.
Like,
She's like 10 hours a day.
He's on 10 hours a day.
no, I'm sorry. I was a fucking
a
neat.
lot of streamers do that.
I was a neat. I used to fucking play video games so fucking much. But dude, like someone like Ninja, like the guy's still doing like crazy long days playing just video, like Fortnite all the time still. That's got to be like mentally so exhausting. Like you got to reach a breaking point. But then it's like if I stop, you almost can't stop because you stop, you go dead. If you go dead, it's hard to get right back.
You literally like fell off plus ratio. Like,
you like your algorithm gets fucked. You get fucked. It's literally like firing yourself. And then it's like to get rehired, you don't just go on Indeed. You are the brand.
You only hope that like your views come back.
You got to work hard
and they might not
to come back.
Yeah,
they might not.
You might not.
Your audience might have moved on, and now that person who would have watched you is now watching someone else.
Yeah.
They don't care to come back.
Yeah. And then you're like doing.
Scary shit.
Yeah, and it's
Dude,
just like,
happens all the time. Like fuck. Niche example. Do you guys ever watch like FaZe growing up?
yeah.
Like, do you guys remember FaZe Blaziken?
I remember him.
He was like 2-3 million subs. He was making like, he never was like FaZe Rain type where he was making like $1 million per video, but he was like 500K, 600K videos. He still posts now. He's lucky if he breaks like 8K.
Thank you. Yeah.
You remember?
And he has like that, and that's with 2.7 mil subs.
Oh.
So it's like,
Remember like
yeah, they
CNanners?
moved on. Yeah.
Yeah.
CNanners, huge, picked up, and then like he kind of became quiet and he fell off. And then I remember watching a video like a year ago about it, and they discussed it. And then someone's like, he was like he was like an affiliation. He's like, whatever happened to CNanners? It's like I think he just took all the money that he made through YouTube and just invested in property in like Texas, and then he's just like dealing with like real estate now. It's just like, yeah, because he probably just doesn't want to do what he was doing back.
Yeah.
He's made his money and now he's just gonna reinvest. Like he just probably doesn't want to go back on YouTube, but that's like that's what he spent. That's his skill, right? That's like all he like. I don't want to say that's all he knows how to do, but it's just like he could probably go back into school and figure something out or go to a different trade.
Probably
but
doesn't want to do anything else.
yeah, right.
Other
So
than what he's
already made his guap, and now he's just gonna like probably talk to investors. What's the best way to reinvest? Reinvest your millions into real estate, and he's just like, okay.
Transition.
Ish.
Another thing that I just watched, I would recommend you guys watch. Have you guys heard of like Patrick CC? He does kind of like documentary style videos.
Music,
he,
right?
he used to do music, but he's transitioned to like just like he did a video about Bam Margera, or just like covering like whatever topics. And he made a video about Chamillionaire. And I didn't know
that's a name I haven't heard of.
how
in a long time.
interesting Chamillionaire
The
story
rise
was.
and fall of Chamillionaire.
No, it wasn't even like
No, the rise and rise.
Just the rise.
Those always go so hard.
Yeah, so it was literally just, I guess the best way I can summarize it is that Chamillionaire, he was with like Paul Wall and shit. So he was in the Houston rap game.
Yeah.
But he was like a quiet introvert. Like he wasn't really about the rap. He was more like analyzing. Like I guess his alleged story is that he just like studied rap. Like he just like went and just studied rap and then learned how to rap because he studied it. Not because he was like inherently talented or anything. Just like studied like what's
You just
popular,
liked it, maybe.
what kind of
Enjoyed the history.
like when people battle rap, what makes the crowd go off, like type shit. So he just kind of like studied the game, and then he made some music, and then when his like whenever fucking Ride and Dirty popped off, he still owned all the royalties. Like he never had a record deal, so he just made all his money from that, and he saw when he got into record deals like how predatory they were and how they took all of his money.
Yeah.
And he was also like, because so Soulja Boy always claims that he was like the first internet rapper, all that shit. Chamillionaire had like he effectively created his own like little MySpace where he was like selling ringtones and shit. And he had like 50,000 active members in the forum, and it was called the Chamillionaire. And he would like rank up if you commented and shit. Like he was like hella ahead
social
of
media before.
yeah,
social
he
media.
was hella ahead of the game, and now he's just an investor. And he invested in fucking Lyft, and he invested in Uber, and like now he's like probably like a multimillionaire.
I think that's the same story. I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't know it verbatim, but I think it's the same thing with Mr. Remy Martin. What's his name?
Fetty Wap.
Oh, Fetty Wap.
Yeah, Fetty Wap. Like Fetty Wap made his pop offs
Initial
with
Trap
like
Queen money.
the Trap Queen, and what was the other song? 1738. Or is that
Oh,
what?
he had a couple hits.
Yeah, like two or
Back in
three
the time.
hits that like actually broke. But apparently, like the guy's like worth like hundreds of millions because he just like reinvested all his earnings, like because he disappeared. Like,
Yeah, right. He doesn't
like
make
he made his hits, and then I think he was like here and there with like features and like trying to come back, but like I think he invested most of his time with like reinvesting it with like startups and all that type of stuff. And like I remember seeing something like how he's like worth like 200 or 300 million. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, something
Wow.
something
Yeah.
like crazy big because of like investments that he made early with companies that like blew off and like
Wow.
was making like tens and like 20s of like millions of dollars. So that's like that, and then they're like that's probably the main reason why Fetty Wap stopped kind of rapping
He might have never loved it.
because like yeah, a lot
Like
of people.
some just do it for money.
Well, a lot of people are doing it for money. They want to make that money. They don't really care what the rap. Like if someone's like, do you want to rap for 15 years or do you want to rap for 3 years? But you'll make the same money.
And then just invest your money into
Or like
nothing.
Or even like what would most rappers choose? They would probably choose the 3 years and like it's like 15 for 100 million and you rap, or 3 million and 100 million, but you only rap for 3 years.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about the fame and the fame and
Don't give a fuck.
the lights. They just want to
They want
fucking
the
make
bag.
the bag, collect the bag.
But then the other thing I was gonna finish off on was so have you guys like followed PewDiePie's like Japan vlogs?
I haven't. No.
So I haven't really I've been somewhat following them, but I kind of like thought about it the other day. I thought about how sick it is that what he's doing. So like to summarize, he has been trying to move to Japan with like Marzia and the dogs for like 2 or 3 years because of COVID. He couldn't do it, and then he finally did. And I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, PewDiePie probably has like 30-40 million. Like he's like probably one of the top earning YouTubers
Like
of all
liquid,
time.
right?
Liquid.
yeah.
But when you look, because
He has enough for
when you move
anything,
countries,
right?
you liquidate. And I was like, he is experiencing and kind of showcasing such a unique experience that like to me is something I would love to do. Effectively, what he did was he like level grinded all this shit, and now he's like resetting, but in like Japan. So like he could buy any condo, any apartment, so he can live anywhere. And he can buy any car. So he's like going car shopping, and he bought a Tesla and like a RAV4 or something. Like it's just like it's cool to see someone like literally playing Grand Theft Auto on a new server. He's in the Japan server and he's just buying all this shit, and he's like traveling and he's like vlogging because he doesn't have
There's
to
new
like,
things to do.
Just
Yeah.
new things, and it's like you can just tell he's hyper. I'm like, this is like wholesome. Like I enjoy watching. You can tell he's just enjoying life, and this is like just cool.
So he
to
doesn't
watch.
do the videos he used to make.
He still does. See, like
Oh,
he still
okay.
like grinds. I think he still makes a video a day, but just like the vlog series hits different. Like you can just tell he's just camera out. Like I think he records on an iPhone just when he's around,
Nice.
just vibing.
That's the life.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
Man, hit reset.
Yeah, like fucking, and he's gonna get overpassed by Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, I think he already has.
He already
Already has?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
think so.
Mr. Beast at 100 now, so it's only a matter of time.
Remember when we sat in your basement in
Yeah.
like 2016
Yeah.
and we saw his first videos and we were just
Yeah.
like, this guy has no personality.
Yeah.
How is this guy gonna make it? And he just grinded. That's
Yeah.
literally.
He just
It wasn't
level
even a
grinded.
case of just like. I still to this day, I don't know.
Still has no
Is Mr.
personality.
Beast?
just makes
Should,
good
am I allowed
videos.
to say this, or am I gonna absolutely destroy whatever we have here working?
He's an average Joe.
Like he was just so like he was very plain, but he was so smart in the
I
sense.
also think, but so I've seen him on a couple podcasts. I think there's a lot more to Mr. Beast behind the scenes. I just think his on-camera personality, he just like, maybe there's not that much, but it's just he knows that he has to be as brand friendly as possible. So now he can't, no matter who he is deep down or what he says behind closed doors with his friends or whatever kind of comedy or humor he likes. He has to have a toned down version because now he's the face of the platform. So he has to
He's
be the
got
best
fuck you
possible.
money though. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to.
His ideas were just so smart.
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
give him that. His ideas like
Reinvest everything back in.
But
give
just
it to
like what you
people.
said about like Chamillionaire, like Mr. Beast, that's what he did. He studied YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all he did.
How
he
for
literally-
years he studied all of it. Yeah.
yeah, because like there's just some people that
Put
are
in the
just
work.
absolutely all personality. Like you watch them just because you want to watch that person, you want to see that person. But like Mr. Beast was like, I'm gonna create the craziest ideas and just like
Yeah.
he pretty much
Perfect
he-
thumbnails.
he-
Study titles. Study everything.
and then he just like he pretty much created a whole new genre.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Like when like Fuzi Tube and Vitaly started the prank
Pranks,
genre, then you had like the vlog genre with like who probably started vlogs.
DF or GF, Roman Atwood.
Yeah.
Shay,
Shay,
Carl,
yeah.
those guys, all those guys started the vlog era. It's like he started like the whole fucking like prize. What do you call it?
Giveaway.
Like, giveaway prize.
Effectively,
Like
what
big
he's
money
doing,
videos.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
big money videos, and they're kind of like just game shows at this point.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
like the game
You can
show.
win this much money,
I guess
you
like the
keep-
game show
win this
era.
car.
Like he
Yeah.
started that whole like do like if you do this, you could win up to this. I'm giving away this. I'm doing that. Like the biggest this, the biggest
Yeah.
that. Like he just like game show. Like literally, that's pretty much what it is.
He's like a network series at this point.
Yeah,
They're like he has bigger budget than network series. This is fucked.
literally.
Well, yeah, we could get more into this later on, but this, yeah. Thank you for watching this fucking episode. So, we'll do an entire Mr. Beast episode.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking,
With
there's
Mr.
so
Beast
much
here.
stuff.
With Mr. Beast here.
With Mr. Beast.
Yeah, with Mr. Beast
Mr.
here.
Beast, come on the podcast and defend yourself.
He's from Ohio, right? I'll fucking drive over there. And
I'll beat his ass.
I'll drive over. I'll drive through the
No,
streets.
North Dakota.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
North
going to
Dakota,
drive through the streets of North Dakota.
North Carolina.
I'm going to drive through the streets of North Carolina, texting everybody who knows Mr. Beast where he's
Where
at.
is he?
So I
Where
can
is
like
he?
pick him up. Mr. Beast, I'm looking for Mr. Beast.
I'm looking for Mr. Beast.
Well, he has to come to our pod.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.